Hey, it's Mike Giannoulis, and in this video, I'm going to show you how I track my habits using Roam Research. All right, I'm going to show you what I track and how I track it, and I'll even give you the code that you could copy and put into your own Roam graph to use what I've created for yourself. Let's go. All right, so I'm inside my Roam database. This is what I start with when I'm going to create habit tracking within Roam. I have a page called metadata, which you can see here. And this is where I track different things. Like here's articles, and I'm tracking things like the author, the status, all that. So I have quite a few of these, but the ones I'm going to focus on today is habit tracking, which is very important. And what I track is 3 different areas. As you can see here, I track the supplements, I track diet and exercise, and then I have an other category for kind of all those other things. I do this because I use tables within Roam to track all this stuff, and tables in Roam right now are not the prettiest. There are some plug-in type things that can make it look a lot better, but I don't go that far. I just kind of like the idea of there's things that I want to track, and I want to track some of them every day, some of them a few times a week, and some of them maybe even once a week. And I just would like to keep track of it and see how well I do at that. You'll see as well that I created a heading called habit tracking, and that's the main bullet point. And this is a feature that just came out, which is cool. I created a second page called Roam/templates. And you want to put these on the same line because we're going to use this here very, very soon. So under that, you can see I'm tracking the supplements that I take, my diet and exercise, and then other. Each of these is a different table that I use to track with. So I'm gonna go ahead and open this up. And again, I will link you to my blog post that I made with this, so you can copy the code to get all of this. But if I go ahead and open this up, you'll see this is my tracking. So you can see that I have these little boxes, and you can check those off as you complete the things, right? And they're set up so not everything that I do is every day. So there are some things that I do every day, but most things are not every day. So I kind of have that set up. So this is how the table looks. And under this, you'll see how we create the table. So all you do is you have your supplements, which is the name that you're gonna have. And then under that, you go ahead and press enter, and you tab over one. So you're gonna indent one over. And the first field that you're going to create, and I'm going to close these down. Okay, so you can see the table runs. These are called columns, and they run across the top. Supplements is the first thing because that's kind of the name of the table. And then these are all the things I'm tracking. Okay, so first thing we're going to do is rows. So rows run like this, and these are the row names. So you can see here that all I've done is I pressed enter, and I wrote down each thing. So if you were tracking things, you would tab over underneath the table. And I'm going to show you how to create a table here soon. But what we'll do, we can tab over, and we can create all of these bullet points, and we keep them in one line. Okay, that's important. So we have supplements, which becomes right here. And then we have test, GACLIV, DECA, HCG, AI, where all these things end up going right here. All right, so that is how that works. Now, underneath supplements, which is right here, you're gonna see that I've created the days of the week. And I've done that by continuing to indent each one. So I indented Monday, and then I hit enter, I did indent Tuesday, enter, indent Wednesday. So everything scoots over one by one until you have the days of the week. And again, you could do this by week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4. This could be like January, February, March, or April, whatever you wanted it to be. But for me, it's nice to do it by the days of the week. All right, so by doing that, we created, now we have what we want as far as the row, and we have what we want as far as the columns. Now, we need to fill in and create these little check boxes. So how do we do that? Very easy. Inside each of these things, you're going to open them up. And just like we did the days of the week, we're going to put the check boxes wherever we want them to go. And so just as an example, I'll show you right now for Tuesday, there isn't really anything there. But if you click on it, if you just type / to do, you'll see that it adds it there. Now it just appeared here. Now you don't have to do that. You can also just hit Command Enter or Control Enter, depending on your Mac or PC, and that actually creates the to do as well. Or if you're super cool, you can type in that code, but it's best to just hit the Control or Command Enter, and it will appear, and there it is. So but again, the key to this whole thing is you have to continually to tab over one. And if you want to leave it blank, you still have to create that. So you still just create a new sub bullet and you make it blank, right? That's how you do that. And you continue on going through all of that. So what we're going to do here is I'm going to show you two quick things. One, how to create a table from scratch so you could track your own way. So if you just hit /table, you'll see that it was, and then you press enter. Now it appears. Your first step, you have to hit tab. So you're going to be in the same line. You have to hit tab and you'll see that it changes. So this is basically your title. So that is title. And then if you hit tab, you can start doing day one and you'll see, you got to keep hitting that tab. Day three. When you press enter, it gets kind of weird. You have to keep pressing enter until you get back to the title line. So now we have day one, day two, day three. I'm back on here. So now what I type in here is going to appear here. So this will be like habit 1 and habit 2 and habit 3. One thing you'll also see is it kind of gets weird and it creates these kind of extra things, but it will get fixed when you're done. So we'll go ahead and delete this one here. Now that we have the days done and we have what we want to track done, we're going to go ahead and go within this habit 1 and we're going to create the to do. So I'm going to hit Control Enter, press enter and tab, Control Enter, enter and tab. And you can see now that we've created these boxes. Once you're done with all this and you've created your sort of template, I suggest that you create a templates page or a metadata page and store them in there. And here's why. So I'm going to go ahead and take all this out. So what I can do each week, whenever I want to create the next week's habit tracking, I can just type semicolon, and it then pulls up my pre-created templates. So here's one for habit tracking. If I click that, it'll take a second, but it's going to actually go ahead and load my entire full tracking of all the things that I track. Now, the only problem that I see, and I know they're going to fix this, is it's not getting rid of that semicolon. So that's fine. You can just take it out. But that way it's all done. If you want my tracking to see what I track, go to my site. I'm going to put a link down here and you can go there and copy it and paste it in. Now, one small thing that I did, I should not have got rid of supplements. So I'm going to go ahead and put that back. So this is my supplements tracking. And under that, there we go. So that's actually the right way there. So that's all three things. If you wanted to, you could always hit enter and then you could put habit tracking here. And then you could scoot these things over, just tab them over and you're good to go. That's if you were trying to track all this. And if you want to be quite cool, you could turn this into an attribute, boom, boom. And now it's a page and you can always jump to this page and see how you do with all your tracking. And then if you want to get really, really fancy, something that I would like to do, but I've not done yet, is that you could go ahead and track your completion percentage and you could insert that in there. So let's say you get there's 4 things here. Let's say I get 3 out of 4. I would be able to add either as an extra piece here or in a different area, like say 75%, right? So you could add and you could make things where you can start seeing a numerical score of how you're doing But anyway, that's pretty advanced. I don't think you have got to do that. The whole goal is you want to make sure that you're accurately tracking, because whatever you track is what you'll follow up with. So that's the big key. Anyway, I hope you found this video helpful. For more stuff like this, if you write copy, if you write ads, if you're into any of that stuff, check out copywriterbrain.com and check out all my sites, and I'll put everything down below. Follow me on Twitter. That would be cool. And subscribe to the channel. Thanks. Peace out.